So, how do you take a story that's literally the biggest story ever, the story of creation, and make it feel like it's your story? That's what we're diving into today. We're going to break down a really powerful narrative that does exactly that and see how it weaves the giant scale of the cosmos directly into your own personal existence.
So get this, the story doesn't even start with a word. It starts with a stage direction, an action. Think about that feeling in a movie theater right before the film starts. The lights are down, the air is just thick with anticipation. That's the exact headspace this narrative puts you in before a single word is even spoken.
And yeah, that's the big question, right? In this explainer, we're going to pull apart the specific narrative techniques this story uses to build a bridge between the mind-boggling scale of the universe and the intimate reality of one single human life.
All right, so to figure that out, we've got to go right back to the start. We're going to look at how this story demands something from you, physically, before it even really gets going. By telling the speaker to take this slow, deep, audible breath, it's actually messing with your brain. You hear it and your mirror neurons kick in. Your body just instinctively wants to copy it. Your vagus nerve gets activated. That's a major part of your body's chill-out system. Your heart rate slows down. You're basically being pulled out of your busy day and into this mythic headspace. It's an incredible physiological hack.
And what's so cool is how all these pieces work together. You've got the breath, which creates this shared rhythm between the storyteller and you. Then there's the silence, which builds up this incredible tension. And finally, that deep, resonant voice, it just establishes instant authority. So in just a few seconds, we've gone from, random emptiness to this super focused, deliberate intention.
Okay, so the stage is set. Now let's get into how this story completely re-engineers the idea of nothingness itself and turns it into something you can almost touch.
We usually think of nothing as just empty space, right? A vacuum, weightless. But this story calls it the heavy deep. Just picture the absolute crushing pressure at the bottom of the deepest ocean. That's the vibe. It's not an empty void. It's a space just buzzing with potential. It's actually way closer to the physics of a pre-Big Bang singularity than just nothing.
And boom, right here, this is the pivot. We go from a physical state, this heavy deep, to introducing a conscious mind. This tells you the void isn't just a thing, the void has someone watching.
So why those specific words, waiting and planning? Well, it's like a cognitive anchor for our brains. It signals that whatever happens next isn't some cosmic accident. It's a deliberate plan about to unfold. The chaos you think you see, it's all under control.
When light shows up, the story says, and the darkness shattered. It doesn't just fade away or roll back. It shatters, like black glass hit with a hammer. It makes sense, right? If the void is this heavy deep, then the arrival of light wouldn't be gentle. It had to be a violent, structural, and totally permanent change. Okay, so after that explosive birth of light, the whole pace just changes. Now we're going to see how the story starts to personify nature itself, turning it from just a bunch of physical laws into an active, almost willing participant in its own creation. Listen to this language. It's incredible. It takes these purely mechanical processes like erosion or how plants grow towards the sun, and it gives them consciousness. The river isn't just following the path of least resistance, it knows where it's going. And the tree isn't just reacting to sunlight, it has this deep, cellular yearning for it. And let's be clear, this isn't just pretty language for the sake of it. It's a very deliberate move to push back against this cold, mechanical view of the world. By framing nature as being in on the plan, the story creates this incredible sense of connection and awe. And the reason this works so well on us is that our brains are just hardwired to look for intention. When you see a super complex, efficient system, like how a river delta branches out in the exact same pattern as the blood vessels in your lungs, it's almost impossible not to feel like there's a design behind it. This story just gives that feeling a voice.
All right, here we go. We've reached the absolute climax of the story.
After setting the stage and building the world, the camera lens zooms in from the cosmic scale to something incredibly personal. The creation of humanity is reframed as both a physical and a deeply philosophical moment. The story has been building and building, this frantic, creative whirlwind, and then, bam, everything stops. The text literally says, "And then God paused." That sudden silence, it's so heavy with meaning. It's telling you that everything up to this point was just the opening act. What happens next is different. What happens next is personal.
And this next line, wow, it's one of the most incredible lines in the whole thing. It connects our biology directly to the rest of the universe. We're not some foreign species that was just dropped onto this planet. We are literally made of the same stuff as the mountains and the stars.
And what's so wild is that this lines up perfectly with the science of stellar nucleosynthesis. I mean, the heavy elements we need to live, the carbon in our DNA, the iron in our blood, they were literally forged inside ancient stars. When those stars died in massive explosions, they scattered that stardust across the universe. We are, quite literally, the cosmos becoming aware of itself.
But the story is very specific about what makes this stardust different. It's not about our shape, it's about three core abilities. First, the ability to love, which, requires us to be vulnerable. Second, the ability to wonder, to be in awe, which turns the universe from just a collection of facts into a miracle. And finally, the ability to choose. This one is the most dangerous and the most beautiful gift, right? Because without choice, love is just programming and wonder is just a reflex. Choice is what makes the other two real.
Okay, so for our final section, we're going to see how the story wraps up by completely redefining a word we use all the time, and then turns its entire cosmic message into a direct challenge to you.
We usually think of rest as what we do when we're completely burned out, right? We just collapse. But here, rest gets a total rebrand. It's modeled by the creator, who rests not because he was tired, but because some things are worth stopping to enjoy. That's huge. It makes appreciation itself a sacred act. It suggests the whole point of all the work is to be able to stop and just savor what you've made.
And right here, the whole thing just shatters the fourth wall. That ancient, epic voice disappears, and the narrator starts talking directly to you, right now, in this moment. It connects the very first breath of the world to the breath you're taking as you listen.
This is it, the entire cosmic story, from the shattering of darkness, to the forging of stars, to the capacity for love. It has all been leading to this one final, direct moment. All the weight, all the meaning of this story is about to be placed right on your shoulders. And the question just hangs there. If you know you're made from deliberate stardust, if you know you've been given these incredible gifts to love, to wonder, and to choose, are you living like you know that? The story might be over, but your answer?